Hey guys, Lord here, back again with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy. Is it Evolution or United? I'm gonna say it's Evolution, but I could be wrong. I'll double check on that. I have it right in the title. But either way, today we'll be taking a look at the core class. Come to Tasmania, come to Tasmania, come to Tasmanian kid. I could not resist. Anyone remember Come to Tasmania? The Tasmanian Devil Show? No? I'm talking out my ass? Fuck you, this is my video. Either way, this is brought to us by the fine folks over at Hasbro, as well as my good buddy Evil Villain, who is not from Tasmania, but I will leave a link in the description below to his Instagram, so you can head on over there, give him a follow, let him know I sent you, and all that jazz. So, with that being said, I can not say that 50 fucking times in a review, jeez. As far as Tasmanian kids accessories go, cutting right to the chase and getting into all of that, he's got a tail gun. And not in the Iron Maiden sense, like the song Tail Gunner, but it is literally a tail with a gun sticking out of it. And there's a peg on this tail gun, so you could plug it into his arm, which unfortunately has the arm curl bend. I mean, you could put it this way, but he can't straighten his arm like that, and that sucks. So, you know, if you want to have his arm straight, you gotta turn it and do that, which I guess is fine. It's a nice silhouette, but I'm not a fan of that. I'd rather the arm hinge forward instead of inside, because that's how my arms work. The hell. But at the end of the day, little Tasmanian kid here, he is a kid, I'm assuming. It's just a core class, so he's not really eligible of such things, or capable of such things. So as far as his articulation goes, his head will rotate, his shoulders will go out to the side, back down, they will move forward and back. He does have a swivel in the elbow and a hinge, so you can at least have one arm like this, because his hands do rotate. He's got ball jointed hands, so that's nice at least. He's got nothing in the waist. Yeah, nothing in the waist. His hips will kick out, back down, forward and back. He's got a little bit of a thigh quiver in there. He does have a straight up ball jointed knee, so you do get your rotation there. And then his feet are just on little ball pegs, so they will turn and hinge pretty well. Much better than the Leo Convoy I looked at, but he doesn't have nearly as much ankle tilt as Leo Convoy. So there you go. There is Tasmanian Kid in a nutshell. And truth be told, I actually had the vintage figure of this guy, just like I have the vintage figure of the baboon, whatever his name was. But I actually sent that to my good buddy Evil Villain, so I no longer have it, but I like this one more. That vintage figure was kind of ass, to say the least. I mean, yeah, it's a vintage figure. It's not gonna be as good as this, but at the same time, I can't help but like this guy a lot more as core class than whatever he was before. That said, here he is with Rat Trap. I guess he shares some parts with, at least the skeleton with. And I gotta tell you, this guy's a little bit more than just a Rat Trap redux, at least to me. I think he's a little better. I mean, a Tasmanian Devil's cooler than a rat. Let's not kid ourselves. Whether you're into, is it a marsupial? I don't know. Or not. But, yeah, I like the Tasmanian Kid a little more than Rat Trap, despite the fact that Rat Trap's the man. He rides in King Arthur style on Dinobot's back sometimes. That's pretty rad, but, you know, that doesn't excuse the fact that he's still a fucking doity rat. You dirty rat. I just think it's funny, this Beast Wars Neo team, the beast modes they went with, the Tasmanian Devil. Like I said in the Leo Prime video, we got Simba from The Lion King, the Tasmanian Devil from Looney Tunes, we got, was it Rafiki from The Lion King, got one of the penguins from Madagascar. I kind of hope he's like the crazy penguin from Madagascar, the one that vomited out, like, useful items. What is it? We got one of the cobras from that, what is that movie? Ricky Tikki Tavi? Chuck Jones did it. I want to say it was an excerpt from the Jungle Book, but don't quote me on that. We got Peter Cottontail, and then whatever the fuck the giraffe's from. I guess we could say that's from Madagascar too. So, yeah, the most random-ass squad of animals, if you ask me. Like, could have scanned anything in the zoo, but instead you went with that. Okay. That said, here is Leo Convoy. And obviously, he's going to be a lot bigger. Here's Leo Convoy's crotch, I should say. Just his crotch. So you can see how little teeny tiny Tasmanian kid is. Because Leo Convoy is not the tallest Voyager class. He's a little bit on the small side, but I think Optimus Primal was the same way, right? Back in here. Just doesn't seem like the camera is zoomed out where it was before. I'm zoomed in a lot, though. Like, we're like up close and personal with this guy, like a wildlife documentary, some would say. So bringing in our two regulars. There's the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulus and the infamous MK11 Spawn, for what it's worth. Can't fucking see him, it's ridiculous. So, yeah, before this review goes downhill any more than it already has, and we literally wipe the hell out, why don't I cut it here? We can move right along and wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and aside from the limitations of being a itty-bitty core class figure, I have to say that good old Tasmanian kid here was a very welcome and pleasant surprise, at least to me, because I was going into this thinking he was going to be a simple retool of our boy Rat Trap, but I have to say, at the end of the day, he's a lot more than just a simple retool of our boy Rat Trap, possibly being a better overall, not to repeat myself or anything, figure than our boy Rat Trap, because he does some things a little bit better than that figure did. Almost to the point where I like Tasmanian Kid here more than Rat Trap, which is crazy to think because I have a lot more connection to Rat Trap because I used to watch the Beast Wars show as a kid, whereas with Tasmanian Kid, never really got to see Beast Wars Neo, so I never got to see this character in action because that was a Japanese series, and of course those tended not to air over here, and I still do not think you can watch a dubbed version of that over here. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there is a good outlet to watch Beast Wars Neo over here, though I'd very much like to. So if anyone's got any way to watch like a dubbed version of that, I'd greatly appreciate that, because seems interesting, you know. The team is interesting, to say the very least. So with that being said, before we wrap this up, why don't we take a closer look at his beast mode. And as promised, here's a closer look at the Come to Tasmania, Come to Tasmania, Come to Tasmanian Kids beast mode. And yeah, as I mentioned earlier, to his credit, he's a little bit more than just a Rat Trap retool. I feel like he's more in line with Tarantulas to Black Arachnia or Tigatron to Cheetor. Because, well, he is similar in the fact that you do gotta kind of close the torso halves together. And fold the arms into the back legs. He doesn't exactly transform the same exact way as Rat Trap, So in that case, I think he's a little bit more unique. Honestly, I think they did a better job with the Tasmanian kid here. Despite the fact he looks like he's dragging his ass across the fucking floor like he just took a shit. That said, he does have a little bit of articulation in the jaw there, which doesn't tab together, so you kind of gotta try and move them as one piece. Can be difficult. And he's got a little bit of movement in the arm there. His tail is static, but his hind legs are a little bit more articulated. He also kind of looks like he's got kangaroo jack feet. So before he jumps up and kicks me in the fucking teeth, we're gonna wrap this sucker up. Because that's all she wrote, folks. Hope this was short and sweet enough for you. If not, well, can't blame a guy for trying. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Till next time, catch you guys later.